Pleasant good evening. I go by the name of Novelist,
And I am Jewel.
and welcome to another episode of Dissect in this cold country, Canada. Jesus
Yes.
Christ, cold. What is it like?
Hey.
Supposed to be minus 13?
No, today it was actually minus 19 when I left home. So it was actually feeling like minus 25 to me.
So you want to hear a joke? You wanna laugh at me?
Sure.
So what was
Like
it?
a
I
good
think
laugh.
last week they said was the coldest well, Ontario was the coldest place on the world, in the world, right?
Yeah.
I beg to differ. I don't care what the weather guy said, the weatherman is a liar. I went outside because I forgot my phone in the car. From
Yeah.
leaving the car to walking into my house, I was so cold. I was like, man, I left the phone. I gotta go back out. I put two jackets on me. Two winter jackets.
That was today.
That was today, just before the show. I've never wore two winter jackets in my life. I've been in Canada since I was a child. Good evening,
Hey.
Dissect.
But maybe your bones are getting old there.
Nah, my bones ain't getting old. These media people need to get their facts straight.
Yeah.
It's cold. Anyway, but we got a nice warm
Yes.
show tonight. We have a hot show tonight.
Yes. Yes. Hot time. We're gonna hot it up in here tonight.
Right? Most
Yeah.
definitely. So, how was your week?
It was too long. It was just dragging out for me. Like a lot happened this week. It was okay though. It was a start. It's a start of African Heritage Month for me. I celebrate. I do a lot with the students that I work with, so it was just busy. Just
Nice.
busy.
Yeah, my daughter remind me. It's Black History Month, Dad. I say, how do you know that? You want the answer? Because we're
Mm.
black.
Love it. Love it.
I was like, okay, if you say so. But anyway, let's get to the show. So, Joel, you do the honors of
Oh, me do the
introducing.
honors.
Oh, yes, of course.
Well, as you were saying, Navi, it is cold, cold, cold tonight. But the guest we have from the VI,
Hmm.
St. Croix, is
Some
going to hot
heat.
up this. It's going to heat up the show. We have Kruziano from the VI on tonight. And you know what, let's just bring him up to the stage. So we need to just bring him up, singer, songwriter, producer, VI, Kruziano. Bring him up. Right. Welcome to Dissect,
Oh yeah,
Kruziano.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We here. Can you
Yeah.
hear me? Can you hear me? Okay now.
Yeah, yeah. Look like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
producing, you're
You,
mixing
Yeah,
and
guys.
mastering right there.
you,
Let me
you,
see.
you,
Let
you,
me
ty-
make
you,
sure. Let me make
you,
sure. Hold up.
you, you're
Producer
typing,
VI.
you're typing away.
Can you hear me? Make
Yeah, we
sure.
can hear you. We can
Hold
hear
up.
you nice and clean, man.
Producer VI.
You're typing away.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you nice and clean, man.
Oh, it's feedback.
Cool. Can I try to hear you guys from the actual system?
Oh,
Oh,
You
you
know what I'm
know?
saying?
so we hearing like we got
Whatever
it
you
clear.
had it on
No.
when we were
If you're going
backstage, put
through.
it back
Are I
on
hearing
that.
you
Yeah,
guys
we
through
were
the
good.
actual live right now?
All right. So, so
Whatever
what's
you
going
had
on
it
with?
on when we were
If you're going
backstage,
through.
put it back on
Yeah.
that.
I ain't changing nothing.
Oh,
Never
okay.
change anything.
It's okay.
Um.
S-
Let me see. Stream this.
I guess so. I guess he's sharing out
Mm,
the live now
Yeah, yeah.
to make sure
iPhone,
his family
front
connects with us.
camera.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Are you on there? It's your
The-
phone you're on, right?
Let me see if I go come
And then you
on
have the
through there.
laptop too. Whatever you had it on when we were backstage. You on there? It's your phone you're on, right?
Yeah, on my phone. I hear you through the actual live, and I went on the live on the YouTube. So you don't know I tune in. But
You on there? It's your phone you're on, right?
okay.
You're
yeah,
tuned
my
in
phone.
as
I hear
well.
you through the actual live, and I went on the live on the YouTube.
Yeah,
So you
but
don't
now
know I tune
we
in.
you are
But
creating a
Your
feedback.
phone you're on, You're tuned in
onto the
but
program.
No, on the YouTube.
There we go.
No. Well, I have my phone and then I have my laptop behind here tuning. But
are you trying to
yeah,
so
I
you're
on the
trying to watch
regular
at
chat.
the same time?
Hold up,
So
let me see
turn
if
off the volume on your laptop then.
um yeah, suppose I can't hear you guys. Uh
You can't hear now?
All right, so let's come back to him while he organize
audio.
himself, and
Yeah.
we'll come back. We'll bring him back.
I
So,
didn't do anything different.
guys in the back, you guys could
Yeah,
take
my
him down, let him do
apologies,
his thing,
guys.
Yeah. It's
and we'll
okay.
come back.
It's
We'll come
okay.
back to him in a
Time.
minute.
Yeah, take your
So,
time, no problem.
yeah.
It happens. Me on Wednesday on Minds in Motion, honestly, I did not have sound from my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
The tech guru here, Navi, he just helped me just before we came on, minutes before the show started. It happens.
What?
It's
Why did
technology,
you
right?
call me on Wednesday though?
Wednesday, you know what? It was like 5 minutes before the show was supposed to start, and I was like, "Oh no, I got to figure it out." So I turned on my phone, like what Kruziano has. My
Right.
phone was my volume, and my laptop was my visual.
Yeah, I saw that. I came on and I'm like, okay, there's not three guests, but we have okay. But I knew right away what was going on.
Yeah,
And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna talk you through it throughout the week and blah blah blah. So
yeah. And
yeah,
I
we're
just
glad we
figured
got
it
that
out. Thank
situated.
you. You're welcome.
And now tonight, I guess Kruziano would probably need my tech skills to, I don't know, help him
Yeah, I
out.
think
But we're fine in the back, so I don't know what
yeah,
happened, but
yeah. I
hopefully he
think
gets it
he's
all.
trying to listen to it live. He's trying to watch live and
Yeah.
also be as a
Yeah, but no,
guest.
those things gonna cause distraction because anytime you
Hmm.
listen live, it has like a delay,
Feedback.
and you get a feedback, right? So
Hmm.
I get it though.
Okay.
It's like people who
So,
call the radio, they want to hear themselves on the radio.
yes,
It's
and
like
they'll
no,
say, "Can you turn that down a little bit?"
yeah, no, you
But
gotta do the
he's gonna
show
have
and
to take
then
off
keep
the
it tight.
so Cruziano, if you're hearing us, you're gonna take off the volume on your laptop and use the volume on your phone, and you can still have your visual of you being on the show.
Yeah,
Yes, he's back.
you know,
Okay, so
cause
hopefully it works.
well, hopefully.
Hopefully it
So
works. Yeah, so we have some videos lined up to show you about Cruziano's work. Um, he's back. You have to say
okay,
something.
We're there live
Yeah.
now.
okay,
Technical
we good.
difficulties over with. All
Right,
right. No,
Yeah.
I came back on. Like I said, I have the laptop behind here. So I was on
right.
here regular and then I was live here, but I don't think that should have interfered with the recording. Uh,
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
do
as long as
anything to the
as long
phone.
as
But
as
we
long as
there
you don't
now,
hear
man.
feedback. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. Tell us a little bit more about yourself. First, I guess the country you're hailing from or the country you represent, and we'll continue from there. So, what
All right,
country
all
you?
right.
Mm,
No, well, we hailing out of St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, man. Like I said, we born and raised on the soil. You already know what time it is, man. So big crucial energy. But big up all the Tomians, big up all the Janians, big up BVI as well, man. It's one Virgin Islands,
right.
regardless of if it's British or US, it's one Virgin Island. So you don't know, big VI
Right.
to the world.
nice,
Nice.
nice,
So,
nice.
how's the music scene in St. Croix now? Because I mean, St. Croix has always had music, so St. Thomas and St. John's.
I mean,
But it's
been a
been,
VI.
yeah, it's been like we hear it sometimes and then we don't hear it sometimes. Obviously, out here, right? But
Yeah, to the world.
yeah. So, but how has it been lately? Because for the last 3-4 years, I feel like St. Croix and St. Thomas making some noise.
Well, I was just about to say that. I don't know if where you been or which rock you underneath, but we making a lot of noise right now,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Real
yeah,
talk.
yeah.
I think, for a long time, a lot of Virgin Islands talent just been on the wraps, helping a lot of people bust. If you
Right.
if you look at a lot of careers outside of the Virgin Islands, Caribbean wise, I would say pop wise, just mainstream, anybody, just the music industry, we've tapped in, from the songwriting to the producing, we've tapped in, and I think, for a long time, we just been helping a lot of people bust. Really
Oh,
and
nice.
truly, you know what I'm saying? So I think, finally sit down and got all the connects, got all the talent to really say like, all right, well, we have something to say. You know, we actually have a flourishing industry that need the light and we're about to shine it regardless. So if we have to burn a fire so they see that light, we're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yes,
just been
yes.
what it is. You know, so big up all the Virgin Islands artists, them from Rock City to, like I said, we mentioned Pumper, you know what I'm saying? I'm mashing up the place, you know what I'm saying? A whole lot
Yeah.
of artists doing a lot of noise, man, making a lot of noise. And, you know, we're grateful to be a part of that camp and that movement, you know, the Virgin
Yeah,
Islands.
Nice, nice, nice.
yes. I know
So,
I was watching some interviews with you just to get my little research on you.
Yeah, of
Because
course, they out there.
you popped up on my For You page and I was like, who is this guy? And so I wanted to know a little bit more about you. Um but you started to introduce yourself. You said you're from St. Croix, but what were you doing before you became who you are today as Kruziano
I'll do
music?
a lot of things. Our last, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But
mhm,
before work wise, man, I just been all over the place. I used to actually cut here and all of this. A big up Caribbean cuts. I used to be a barber. I had my little job them here and there in the States as well. But honestly, you know, music been my life from young, man. I've been playing instruments from small, you know, whether it be a
Mhm.
okay.
church outside of that, you know. So I've been a musician first, so fall in love with the actual musicality of music before anything, you know, and then like I said, you know, life. If nobody don't show you that roadmap or you don't know or get the information,
Mhm.
turning into an artist is like one of the craziest things or one of the most outlandish things anybody like to even start. Like how do you start? You know. So for me it was just about the music. So, you know, obviously we find work and for me I go to my hands. So whatever, you know, I put myself to. So we did barbering for a minute and actually get to, you know, make a name for myself doing that there as well, you know, and people, you know,
Yeah.
like I said, same vibe, but music always been that, you know, I always been
Mhm.
getting that push from everybody around me to do that specific thing. I always been me kind of just hesitant and resistant to the fact, you know. So, you know, we here now though.
Okay,
Nice.
okay.
So you said you played instruments in church.
Yeah, my mother used to carry me to church when I was young, so I was obsessed with the drum set, you know. I used to watch the pastor son playing drums. And, you know, used to always like, that would be something exciting to me. I mean, like, this man getting
Right.
sick, man. This man, you know, so I used to take all the little instruments, them, the tambourines, the vibe, them,
Right.
and, you know, and just do my own thing right there in the bench. I
Yeah.
get in trouble half of the time, but, you know, until one day he see me, like, try and create a little drum set, and he said, hey, come, after a service, and I went crazy on the drum set. I know me do nothing that day, you know, but I feel it for the first time, that was it.
Right.
No, or
Wow.
maybe I don't know. I probably like 4 years old or maybe something like that. But you know, it's crazy. My grandparents and stuff. I always had the guitars and stuff around the place. I just never really, you
Mhm.
know, catch on to it. My
Okay.
father been had bass guitars and all type of thing. I never really, you know, studied it until I fell in
Uh
love with playing, you know, and learning. And
Right.
I think I
right.
always been obsessed with knowledge. So anything you put in front of me, I want like you should
Right.
dissect it, you know, and
Yeah.
reconstruct it and, you know, just figure it out. So music been that for me from young as well. It's like I hit here, it make that sound. I hit over here, it make that one. I put them together and it make this sound now. I got it now. I gotta figure this out. You know,
Yeah.
Nice.
so that was music for me from forever. And that's anything for me, no matter what it is.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's something that's actually in your veins because if
Yeah, man.
daddy have the bass guitar over there,
Mhm.
that's something in the vein.
Yeah, man. Honestly, that's why turning into an artist was a kind of a little obstacle for me, just because not because I want it was resistance, so it wasn't a path for it. It's just like I do music out of the love. I really
Mhm.
express myself through music. So I'll record 50 songs and the world don't hear it, and I all right because I express myself. That's the return
Yeah.
right there. You know what I'm saying? So turning into an artist or like that business thing, I just feel kind of like, man, you know, but you know,
Yeah.
you got to deal with it, especially when you start to level up and you
Hmm.
move around and people want to see you, you know. So you'll do it for the
Right.
people at the end of the day.
So one of the videos or the interviews that I saw was you were saying, and I played it today. I aired it on my page because I wanted to promote it, and
Yeah.
it was you were saying you didn't see yourself as an artist around the pandemic time. What
No,
was
no.
going on with you then?
I mean, life, real life, you know, sometimes, like I said, um, I never see the magic in the music industry. You know, I never saw it from that magical perspective of like, wow, you know, somebody see you talented and you go and sing on the side of the road and some big talent agency come and see you and then you get signed. I never saw it. I never felt it work like that. Like I said, I like to
Mhm.
deconstruct things. I like to, you know. figure things out. So for me, young, I had a lot of knowledge of the music business. So for me, it was a thing where like, okay, understanding like any other business, you can't sell water, you can't sell a song, you can't sell a T-shirt, you can't sell music. It just is what it is, you know. Behind
Mhm.
of having great music and having a great personality, all of them things that create that makes an artist is a business as well. So for me, I saw that there beforehand. So for me, I was like, man, honestly, it felt like going to the NBA. You know, it felt like getting drafted in the NFL. It's like, hey, some other man. Now there gonna be somebody. There ain't gonna be me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So might as well just let me record my little music on my phone and thing, and just let me see, you know, how that goes. When it never been a thing where I saw it like I said, NBA dreams. You know, like I
Right.
want to work hard, I want to do it, but you know,
Yeah.
honestly, if they don't get you to a camp or get you around scouts and get you around the right training facilities and you actually train with elites and train at a high level, you know, we don't be behind when it comes to like just life, you know. So
Yeah.
I
Right.
felt that way. And not that I didn't believe in myself. It's just I'm a realist before anything as well, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Before I'm a dreamer, I'm a realist, but then I crazy enough to be a dreamer as well, you know. So hey, we here, man. We here.
All right.
I, I feel listening to you, I feel like you got an inspiration from many different things and many different ways.
You know,
But
life, man. I've been through
where
a
does
lot of
the
things in life, man.
yeah, but where does the drive come from? Because you sound like from 4 year old you use a word earlier and you say you get in trouble for doing what you like the instrument.
Yeah.
And I actually like that because that is just me. It's like if I want to do something, I don't care how much I get in trouble
Yeah,
for it, I'm gonna keep doing it. So where
permission,
does that drive
permission.
come
I
from?
rather ask for forgiveness, man,
For
every time.
forgiveness,
Trust me.
right?
That's
So, so
it.
look, right, the
Mhm.
drive, you
Mhm.
know, look, man, I grew up with a lot of hardworking people, man. So regardless of whatever I do in my life, like I said, the pride that I bring back to anything around me that I value would have been that I work hard in that. To check that
Right.
I put energy and effort into that. So it was never about glamour, you know, the glitz and all the fame and all them different things. It was most like I set out a plan, man, and I go finish. You start something, you
Mhm.
finish it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And you know, for my family, like I said, they work so hard.
Right.
It's just another example of me showing that hey, you know, I gonna work just as hard or even harder. You know, so that and then on top of that too is like you know when you want to carve your lane, especially when you feel you have a necessity or like a I won't say like a necessity. Let me not take it that deeper. Just
Hmm.
something I'm missing. Flavor. So a little season, you can
Mhm.
put a little side. You feel like regardless of whatever I do, the world needed that little side, that little you know, so
Mhm.
it just happened to like you said, the inspiration, you know, I get inspired by life and things them that just happen, you know, every day we wake up and in a mentality to like let's create, you know, a light flow, you know, light flow. It just happen, you
Hmm.
know.
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
happens. So, you know, outside of me giving effort, I feel like excuse me.
Yeah.
Outside of me giving effort to this, I feel like a lot of things I grew up with prepared me specifically for these moments, you know. So
Mhm. Mhm.
like you say, you know, a lot of things that I've done in life, you know, just like you know, mentally to be strong, have the fortitude to kind of deal with what's the
Yeah.
industry and what's the being an adult, you know, being an adult, period, you know. So I think
Mhm.
just my family thriving and pushing through regardless of what circumstance inspired me just half rip,
Mhm.
you know, from young. I had to make it. I could not make it just because
Mhm.
them man is fuel, you know, there's fuel, regardless.
Right.
So, you know.
So I'm gonna quote something that you said, and it was something along the lines of, "I don't plan, but I plan my own risk." Do you remember saying that?
I plan to risk, yep.
You plan to
Hmm.
risk. Explain
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, I mean, you know, honestly, so put it like this. Um, like we said, you got to go in the jungle right now. Maybe I don't know all the animals are in the jungle. Maybe I don't know all the species that might hurt me. Maybe I may not know how big the jungle really is. I don't know when I'm gonna come out the jungle, but at least I gonna have that backpack prepared.
Mm-hmm.
You know? At least that. Yeah, so that's what I mean about it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're going into, but at least when
Right.
you prepared or you at least you feel strong enough. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I feel like that's when you go and wing it. That's when you go and fly. That's when you go and jump. You know what I'm saying? You give yourself that little and that
Mm,
adrenaline pump and you forward because a lot of times I feel like you hold yourself back by trying to be perfect. And
right.
most times humans learn as they go.
True.
Learn through experiences, learn through, like being making sure that they, get everything. I mean like what's it called now? What's the word? I can't find the word, but I just feel like, you have to be ready to be ready. That's all. You don't know
Mm,
what to expect, but just be ready to be ready. Like, something is about to come. So just prepare yourself to have the strength to
Right.
withstand, the
right.
strength, to be durable. And that's what I mean about that. You don't know what you're going to jump into, but just swim. Learn to swim at least, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean about that.
Yeah, I
Wow.
like don't
Love it.
don't be afraid to fall.
That's it there. See
Right.
there?
Yeah,
Don't be afraid to fall, man. That's it.
I like
So
that.
you own your own record label currently?
Believe it. T40 records to the wall, man. Up and running. And I'm saying the goal is to provide, opportunities.
Yeah.
Not just music, but just for all the people who desire, have a dream, and want to go for that. I feel like, whether it be entertainment, whether it be business, whether it be whatever it is that gonna progress the community, progress culture, that's what T40
Mhm.
Records gonna be behind, and be forwarded. So yeah, I used to write that on my book bag for years. But just to let y'all know, T40 is 340, the area code of the Virgin Islands. So we repping it,
Oh,
the real way. Way there. Back here, yeah, T40. Yeah, see there?
Okay.
okay. It's
Yeah,
340.
yeah, 340. Believe it.
340. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So
So
representing, man, like I said, it's fully cultural. Like I said, pushing the culture heavily. And like I said, I come from a subculture as well inside of the Virgin Islands as well. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So it's a whole nother world. So that's a
That I
whole
want to
nother world.
understand. That I want to understand. But we're gonna play two videos tonight of yours, and one of them
All right.
is in English, one of them is in Spanish, and we're gonna get
Oh,
into that.
okay.
Um, because I want to understand. I want to understand that. So the first video clip we have is featuring Junior Reed. I want to know how
Okay.
that happened as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're gonna get into the video. The first video is Bubbalas with
Blast. Bubble make your
with
waistline roll.
Kruziano. Yes. We're gonna play a little clip to tease the audience so they can go and watch the full video. So let's get into the
What if
video.
una bubble? Ah?
Believe it, Luciano. Tú eres una bobola, every man a chobola. Como los rebota encontramos una psicópata. Every man a locata, cuando ya soto para atrás. You know what I move me like a movie, yo me sola. Burbuja, dale burbuja. Hipnotizado con tu trance de bruja. Yo clean, clean, ahora que alguien de suba. Hay que analizar esa figura. Believe it. Shalalala, lo, lo, lo. Como mi bobola. No other woman move. No te pierdas por amor. Como mi bobola. Shalalala, lo, lo, lo. Como mi bobola. No other woman move me. Vamos a romper la discoteca. From this point of view, no girl could do it better than you. Tiene todo porque está completa. No Nike suit, everything still check off. Make your waistline roll for me. I get you what girl, so you can't call for me. You walk in and take control of we. Move like you're rich and known globally. Girl, que mareo cuando tú le das vuelta. Wine and go down, girl, twist up the center. Como una serpiente, así your knees bend it. Hands in the air, like the cops, them arresting you. Shalalala, lo, lo, lo. Como mi bobola. No other woman move. No te pierdas por amor.
Pop, 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 pop. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big up Masai Harris, man.
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
hey, hey. Look, big up Junior Reed. Big up Vivid Streaming. Big up Dwight Winston. Man, big up all the dancers. There was a project that, phenomenal project. I definitely proud of it. And I
Mhm.
grateful that all them phenomenal people come together for that project as well. It just
nice.
wild how things will happen. Wild.
Boy, what is Bull Boas? If you get
Bulbuja. Bulbuja.
Bull Buha.
Hipnotizado con tu trance de bruja. Yo clean, clean ahora gal in the suba. Look, so Bulbuja is bubble.
Oh, okay. It's the same thing, but
Spanish,
like
yeah, that's
bulbua. Bulbua.
bulbuja. But so when you make
Bulbua.
bulbujas, it's bubbles. So, when I say
Okay.
bulbuja, dale bulbuja, piso con tu trance de bruja. So,
Okay.
like I said, that Spanglish thing, that's how it is. So.
Spanglish. I like when he said Spanglish. So how did that kind? So you have obviously Latin roots.
Yeah. My
So
grandparents are from Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
So that's why I could speak Spanish because of that. Honestly, so the vibe over the work, right? We don't just grow up talking Spanish. I think just through learning it and vibing with it. Because why? We don't have to use it necessarily because our grandparents understand English.
Right.
Our parents
Right.
understand English. My mother and father born and raised here as well. So ain't like a thing where they don't understand. I never really had to speak back to them in Spanish. They
Yeah.
speak their Spanish, I could reply in English. So I didn't find it useful until it was necessary, like I said, when I get older, when you got put out on a resume. Yeah. So, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? You got talk two language and all of them different things. But yeah, I mean, that's how we raised, man. Like I said, just them speaking to us in Spanish and English. They know their English as well, you know what I'm saying? Ain't like they just in the house, people Spanish alone. But
Yeah.
yeah, that Spanish thing is how we raise. We say one word, can't find it in Spanish, they say it in English. They can't find the
English.
word in English, they say it in Spanish, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
because the household understands, it's like, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. We can communicate.
Okay.
So, you
Okay.
know,
You see,
so
as
that's
as
how it
you
went.
as you brought that up there, being an adult now, how important do you think it is for anybody to be able to speak multiple languages?
I ain't gonna lie, I wish I'd have been like fluent. I mean, I always could have read it and understand, but to
Right.
actually like hold a conversation, I mean a lot more. I'd rather do that than learn to read and write it any day.
Of
I could
course,
have,
of course.
Yeah.
because it's very useful, from young. So I'll tell any parent, anybody that know a language, man, teach it some way, shape or form, and figure out the ways to get, half of the time why we didn't learn the Spanish, man, because anytime you try and talk it, they want a little boss a little tease and boss a little joke and you ain't say
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying? So we just a little shame about it.
Right.
So I
Right.
just feel like, it's an open arms thing to like make it a joke, make it a vibe, but don't make them feel bad for not being able to do it as well. And I think that's
Yeah.
half why a lot of times people lose culture because a lot of the purists of the culture kind
Yep.
of, want to enforce it in a manic, I feel like in a radical manner. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Yeah.
that's half of the reason why a lot of cultures don't get to flourish throughout generations as well. So, I think it's a hand in hand thing where the older generation was supposed to make it fun for us as well and
Yeah.
us to take up with the responsibility and
Yeah.
find the
Carry it on.
value and see the
Yep.
value in it as well. So it's a hand in hand thing. But the importance, man, it helped me so much in life. Just being able to be in a place and able to communicate, whether
Yeah.
that be
Yeah.
Mm,
Yep.
English or Spanish. So
Yep.
I'd
mm.
say, man, if you got a language around you, learn that as much as you can.
Learn it.
Learn the slangs, learn the grammar, learn what you can, because it gonna help you someplace. Trust
Yeah.
me.
Right.
Yeah. Mm. Hmm.
Help me with my music now. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Able to give
Yeah.
that flavor and just show how I was brought up through my music and just through expressing myself with the lyrics and just having fun with it because that's how we're doing with it too. It ain't just as an artist. It's like, hey, at the end of the day, I enjoy this as well. It's my
Yeah.
thing, bro.
Because people would like me not knowing you. Like now, I'm learning more about you. Some people might think, okay, well, he's straight up a Latino
Latino artist.
artist, and he just speaks Spanish all the time, you know.
Mhm.
But that's helpful to know, that's
Yeah,
a uniqueness about you actually, because you're not, you're mixed. You're what,
yeah.
Spanglish?
Spanglish to the wall, believe it. Like I said, regardless of where is one Caribbean, if you call Puerto Rico, you call St. Croix, we literally 25 minutes away from each other. So,
Right.
Right.
it's right there. So I think all of us the same, just different languages, different upbringings, really and truly.
Right.
All the same thing.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's talk more about your music. Go ahead, Navi.
Hmm?
No,
No.
say go ahead, Navi.
Yeah. So, um, I want to touch on your label for a bit. Um, is there a specific genre that you sign to your label, or you welcome any genres of music to your label?
You see, Well, that's the thing with me. I'm a generalist artist as well. So I very welcoming to people who want to blur the lines. Very
Right.
welcoming to people who want to fuse and art fusions. Because like I said, man, at the end of the day, they ain't got no genre really and truly that don't have something from an next. You know what I'm saying? Whether
That
it
is
be the drums,
facts.
whether it be the rhythm, whether it be the pattern, the cadence, something. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
And
Hmm.
um and honestly, it's been happening throughout, and I just feel like, an artist like me that raised the way I raised, like I said, just on all type of music and able to really experience and love all type of music, I feel like they got a whole lot to other people as well that want to express themselves. And I think labels have this thing where, they have this one cut road to doing things, and they know the connects, and they have the people them, and it works. But for me, it's
Right.
like it don't flourish culture, and it don't
Mhm.
create new worlds. And that's what T40 Records want to do, you know what I'm saying? T40
Right.
Records setting out to create new walls and create new atmospheres where it refreshing. Like they saying just the same thing over and over and over. And
Right.
allow artists to express themselves whether they want to sing a country song and a
Mhm.
reggaeton. And
Yeah,
beat
Right.
yeah,
or they
yeah.
want to do a soca that might get a little, vibes in it, or, whatever they want to do. So I just feel like, we'd embrace them type of music and give artists a platform to be them in that sense. We ain't too pure when it comes to I love genre, and I give respect to every genre. Big up every genre, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't I
Yeah.
Right.
don't, disrespect it neither. But at the same time, I'll tell you the truth. For me, music is breaking barriers, man, and pioneering and trailblazing and doing the things then that make people uncomfortable. That's why to create
Yes.
movements, you know what I'm saying? Our
Mhm. True.
music is expression fully, man. Is to create emotion, is to create a wave, and electric wave where people just feel a shock and,
Right.
Yeah.
and move forward with you. So, I know for a fact that T40 Records going to be a label that allow cultures to blend, to blur, to move forward together, unity. So that's
Mhm.
it. That's a game right there, man. I ain't looking at no language. I ain't looking at no color. I ain't looking at no nothing.
Right.
And it creates I think doing that as well uh allows all the artists them to be able to reach forward. So like, hey, on the label we have a bass player from Africa. Or we
Yeah.
have things like that will
Right.
allow you to really do them real world things. Cause we look at artists like Michael Jackson and them are flying out to India for a certain studio sound because they have a sound, you know what I'm saying? And if we
Yep.
able to do these things where we could bring the world together for real, and I think it's gonna be better, for everybody. Better for everybody. The industries, them gonna just have to decide to say, all right, well, either we just unite or we fall behind. And
Hmm.
that's not gonna be
Right.
it. And I know we could trailblaze a lot of things, man. And we doing it, so move
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like I feel like an artist signed to you or even just working with you have to be driven.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, look, and a lot of times too, I know a lot of people don't have a fountain of motivation as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we could create that environment for anybody, man, that's a goal too. Because trust me, I know a lot of people hear no and leave it there. I always heard
Mhm.
no as all right, no for now. You know what I'm
Mhm.
Yeah.
saying? I always hear no for now. I always hear try it another way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yep.
That's all I ever
Mhm.
heard. So I
Mhm.
never
Yep.
hear no as a no. Them that's okay. So you feel so. All right then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But me I gonna make it happen.
Yo.
A lot of people don't
Yeah.
have that as well. So, if I could be somebody that could have people around me and rub off on them and just go run with that energy and create a whole lot of people who have that as well. I know
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a fact that communities will start to flourish and they're gonna get a lot of pioneers and a lot of people who ain't scared.
Yep.
That's the
Yeah.
main thing. A lot of people afraid, and me, I never been an insecure person. I never really care what they say about me, none of them things. It never affect me for real. So,
Right.
Yeah.
doing something like this is just something like, hey, my first song, I name Love It or Hate It. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Right.
love it or hate it, doubt in my
Yeah.
mind.
Hmm.
So yeah, man, like I tell it's all. I know for a fact that it's just doing and being me at the same time. You see, no mask, man. I don't put on this here and take it off. It's me at the same time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No. This
going
is if
along
you
with
ever watch Kruziano on his live, this is him like for an
it.
hour, 2 hours straight. I want to know
Yeah.
how you used to cut hair having all this energy.
Well,
I want to
honestly,
know.
I mean that helped me. That helped me. Honestly, man, I focus, man. I'm a focus guy, you know. So we talking, so that's the focus. But
Yeah,
honestly, as a hyper focus person, I don't really I can multitask, but I don't finish where I start, man. You know,
right.
so that's me. You know, I feel a whole lot of satisfaction and self fulfillment when I finish. So yeah.
That's it. I like the way he said no. And he said no for now. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, can I reword it? But then he took it right out of my mouth.
Yeah, like no for now,
No,
you
And he
know?
said it.
yep.
But
Yeah.
with me, it's like you tell me no, it's like, yo, that's how you feel, you know.
Mhm.
And you entitled for your feelings, but that's not how I
Yeah,
feel.
yeah,
Yeah, we go figure it out, man. I'm like, yo, life funny because people put a lot of restraints and a lot of rules that don't
That
exist.
is facts.
You
Mhm.
know, and they will call it disrespect or they'll call it pushing the line or they'll call it, you know, whatever. But me, I call it making it happen. You
That's
know, I
it.
call it making it happen. Most of the things are crazy until they happen and then people just call it the norm. You
Yeah,
know,
Right.
yeah.
definitely nobody. I pretty sure when a man, the first time a man show a piece of meat on the fire, a man say, whoa, what you dealing with there, boy? We are eating a thing right. They be like, well, like, pardon me, know what you doing, but I
Yeah,
about to roast these vibes. You know what
yeah.
I'm
Right.
saying? So, and now we cook
And
everything.
then they
So,
becoming numb.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I like
You
that.
just
I
got,
like
just
that.
got do what you gotta do,
I,
man. Just gotta do what you gotta do. Don't listen to nobody. Can't study nobody. You have to carve your reality, man. Real talk.
facts.
People
Have
gonna
your
put a lot of
reality
constraints on you,
like
and
that.
they're gonna stop you, and they're gonna decide for you. But they're gonna decide for themselves, you know. So, they just yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Have your reality. So a few songs that I listen to, you have this term that you use. You say believe it.
Believe it. Oh,
Believe it. Okay, so
yes.
I can imagine where it's coming from, but where does that come from for you?
Ah, that happened. That happened to happen. That's another thing that happened. To happen. You know. Honestly, that's like a street thing too, you know. That's like a street vibes, you know, before me
Mm.
as well. You know what I'm saying? Like people
Mm,
have said that, you know, people just on
believe
the
it.
streets would say that, you know, especially West End and all of that. They'll say believe it. You know, for me
Mm.
it's just something that I started to say before my song just on some freestyle vibes and I I feel like I one of the only people that will say that and actually believe it. You know what I'm saying? Actually like
Mm.
mean it, you know. So for me it was a thing when I started to say it before songs. The one thing that I heard out there. Like, let me hear it. It just the tune turned on, we start to record and believe it. That's what I said. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
wow. And you know, for me, a lot of things in my life just start to like go around that because for me, believe it, you know, I have before that I used to say to believe, you know, you gotta know it. You gotta know it, believe it, achieve it, right? But you know,
Right.
Right.
for me, they always say you don't believe it, know it. You know, and my thing before that is like the same thing that I say. You know, I had to plan my risk too. You know, I had to plan to risk. Same thing.
Mhm.
Like that. I got to believe even if it's not there. And then I, you know, then I say I push hard now I know. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's not there for me, I visualize it and I see it, and I think that's you know faith. I have a lot of faith in myself, faith in the people around me. You know, and
Mhm.
that don't go wavered easily. You know, I just very headstrong. You know, good and bad. You know, good and bad. Very headstrong though. But I fixated on what my mission is, and you know, for me, a lot of things ain't gonna shake that, man. So. I got to believe it. When you hear me say believe it, you know, even if it's not there, yeah, make it happen.
Yeah.
All right.
Vibes.
Okay. Well, I just want to, at this time of the show, I just want to remind people that we are on Twitch tonight for the first
Boop, boop,
time.
boop. Big
Thank
up,
you
big
for
up.
watching us on Twitch. That is a new thing for us. We are excited to be on Twitch. We're on YouTube Live, TDN TV. We're on Dissecting YouTube. We are on Facebook. We
We're
are
all
on, we're all over it. We're on
All
TDN
over the place.
Network
we're
and
coming on your radio shows just now.
we're on
We are
Instagram as
all.
well. So, all that before we get into the next video. I guess Kruziano, you'll explain it to us when we finish watching it.
Yeah,
Let's-
believe it.
Believe it, yes.
Believe it. Kruziano. Yeah, yeah. Me dudaron, yo llegué y ahora ahora son creyentes. No me dieron la atención y ahora están pendientes. Hablaron tras mi espalda y nunca de frente. Eso lo hace la gente, la envidia es evidente. Todos los tajos, la caída que sufrí, todos tenían su propósito. Pa' durar hay que jalar y manejar, yo no cambio este código. Hay que tener hambre, trabajar y mucha gota de sangre. Le pido al papacito que me guarde. Estos cabrones están dispuestos a matarme. Y mi cabeza en alta, porque el peine de la cara no se descarga. No, no. Y mi cabeza en alta, porque Jehová que está en los cielos me respalda. Aquí hay resistencia, no dejo de empujar. Muchos quieren matar por estar en mi lugar. Yo no espero en humanos para tenderle a ayudar. Siento la falsedad y dicen que eso es real. No me van a quitar todo lo que sudé. Cuando ven el sol brillando quieren ser la nube. Comí mi habichuela y no me detuve. Mira que acumulé porque nunca dudé. ¿Cuántos conspiraron para ver mi caída? Hay gente que te odian y envenenan tu comida. La gente más cercana son que te quitan la vida. Confío en Jehová y lo que siempre tengo encima. No todos viven como vivo donde vengo. Por eso tengo mucho agradecimiento. Los haters quieren robar el momento. ¿Y qué? Y mi cabeza en alta, porque el peine de la cara no se descarga. Y mi cabeza en alta, porque...
Believe it.
Yes,
Alta.
yes, yes.
Uh-huh. Pa, 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 no, no.
Yeah, that reminds me of when I went to Havana, Cuba, man. That's just
Okay,
crazy.
okay. Yeah, man. That's Alta. That's Alta. That was shot right in Santo Domingo, man. In yeah, Dominican Republic. I was out there doing a performance and stuff. And link up my boy Rudis. You don't know the realist. He has a company out there called Lion Mentality Production. So he linked me up with a partner named Risita. Brethren, you see when you said they tell you don't go in WD again?
Yeah.
Same thing with them place there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you go on my YouTube, I got another video that I did in DR as well. Same situation where like the people them who been there will us tell us, hey, you gonna do that video and then me take you in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, big up all of my people them down there in Cristo Rey. You know what I'm saying? That's an artist that y'all see when I dap him up and so that's an artist out there. Same with huge artist called Chamaco. You know what I'm saying? So them man out there really and truly show love, me boy. You can't enter there without them and blessing for real, you know? So that situation was amazing, you know, and the whole vibe, man, match the video perfect because what he's saying in the song is actually, you know, keeping your head high regardless of what going on, man. It don't matter what happens, you know. Mi cabeza en alta, you know, in Spanish, but keep your head high, you know, cause the most I get you, and like I said, you go defend yourself. So once, like you said, once you can defend yourself and you got the most I, well, you can't feel. So that's basically what the song was about. And, you know, them guys, man, them must show love, you know, and, you know, basically they got a lot of things that, you know, deception in our life, man. They get people who wrong you and you never know, you know, the close ones. I got a song like that named Close Ones as well. Oh gosh, all of these tunes are tying with each other. But, you know, real talk, you know, Alta, that song there, you know, went crazy out there, performed that song in Colombia, performed that song, you know, in a lot of places, you know, a lot of countries, and it do good for me, you know, and it real to me. It's like the lyrics real to me. Me dudaron yo llegué y ahora son creyentes. So they doubt me, you know what I'm saying? But now they are believers. You know, so once you just keep your head high and you keep it going, you knock down every wall, you knock down every door, they're gonna see you. You know, there's no way around it. You know, you'll get to the goal, but you just gotta stay firm, man. Stay firm and strong. You know?
I didn't have there was no subtitles, but I could understand what was happening based on the way that you were moving around, how it was directed. That was very whoever put that together.
Resita Films, man, and you know, just they did. I said talento del barrio, you know, the talent of the streets, you know, talent of the hood, man. These boys, them really and truly, you know, been working doing this here in the hood for a long time, and now this man, you know, recording, you know, videos for the biggest artists them out in the air. So, like I said, you know, the song I mean a lot to everybody, you know, to everybody. The people them in the video, them man end up going in jail the next day, type of fight. You know what I'm saying? Like how crazy It is, you
Yeah,
know, how
Wow.
that song, when they hearing me record the first piece, right? And do my little scene, and they're like, nah, that song is for we. That's our team song right now. So they just enter, and them boy, them, show love. So I guess I mean,
yeah,
big up Krito Ray one time, big up DR, and big up, Lion Mentality same way, because there's a guy over there, and trust me, them man show love. Them man show love. And it's places
yeah,
that we weren't supposed to be in, or places that we weren't supposed to make it out of, The way they
Right.
speak about them place, me boy. Trust me. Yeah, I think 4 times, not twice, 4 times.
for
Like,
And
nah,
so,
time.
man, I'm
and
alright.
so
It's
at
the
night
video.
time.
We ain't got Villa, we ain't DR. We got Punta Cana, man. So,
Yeah.
but fortunately, like I said, man, we just blessed. And, we get
Right.
to go into a lot of hold them out there. And, it'll be like that. Jamaica, same way. Get to, link up and do work out there. And like I said, the places we've been to, that time I won't go in. So, like I said,
Mhm.
we from where we from. And, we representing for them as well, regardless of, I'll do girl tune here and there, and I don't do a lot of
Yeah.
street tune to say like that there, but,
Mhm.
who know me, and who know my people, them know again, so at the same time,
Right.
it's like, aim for we to be displaying, what we did is to display what we going to do,
Yeah,
and,
Right.
that's the goal.
That is it.
yeah, okay.
Funny thing about these places that we're not supposed to go, because I always go to the places I'm not supposed to go.
Yeah.
But I have never, ever gotten in trouble in any of these places. I
And
get
bless
more
you, bro.
love there than anywhere else.
I get more in trouble in like capital city places, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
city places, them that in places where they tell me that I rip my head
Yeah.
off. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I
Yeah,
get
So
more love
yeah,
over there.
yeah,
yeah, the
You make,
humility serious, man. People
it's
yeah.
humble
true,
for real. You know what I'm
true.
Yeah.
saying? And I feel like once you have that same vibe, they feel it. They don't
Yeah.
feel it. You
Yeah,
know?
Like I was in Jamaica walking with a chain, in the ghetto of Jamaica walking with a chain. And when I get to Jamaica, they tell me take out immigration, tell me take out the chain. I took it out in front of her. I got to the hotel, I put it back on. I was in the ghetto the whole time. Nobody
Yeah.
never bothered me. The
I
man
want
showed
to
me
show
more love
love.
than anything.
Yeah, my boy. And
yeah,
ain't nothing well you going out there testing them because people in need,
No.
but at the same time, it's like I said, they could sense when somebody
You just
under false
yeah,
type of vibe, but like
yeah.
we're
yeah,
trying to,
yeah,
be on this, flossing vibe,
Yeah,
Like I said, I
exactly.
go countries and I wear my jewelry, thank God, I ain't gonna say, whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
at the same time, I don't go with the vibe where it's like I
No
stunt
bad
it.
energy.
I go
That's
with the
right.
vibe like, hey, you want to learn how to get this here to me, boy? Let we do it.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yep.
What
Love.
opportunity is that? That's all
Exactly.
it is.
It's like
That's how
walking
we could
into a
do.
man house. You can't walk into a man house screwface. You have to come into the man house, respect the man. So I come to
You
your
know
ghetto,
that.
I can't be looking at you no way. No,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
come I show you love in your hood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, in reality, some man only bad in their house, eh? Real
It's
talk.
true.
Facts.
That's true.
So
Same
that's
thing.
the
All
reality.
dog bad in the
Yeah.
yard.
Some man only
My
bad in
people
their
that
yard.
come, yeah, love until, and they say the same thing. When we go there, they're like, "How can you stay there?" Like it's not as bad as you think. It's the
Yeah,
best
it
people
can.
in the
Like I said,
world.
it can. But when you don't go with that energy, when you don't go
Yeah.
with that certain vibe, when you're not from a certain wall, you could be from a certain wall as well. But I say,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
real recognize real, man.
Yeah,
Real
Yeah.
yeah,
recognize real.
it's true.
Facts. Facts. So
Yeah,
as much as I don't understand Spanish, that last song, music has something about it. You don't even have to understand the lyrics of the artist sometimes. It will just
Energy.
move you. Like I'm sitting there and just like the guitars, ting, 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 and the
Mm.
bass, and I'm like, yo, this is
mm-hmm,
nice. And then the horn comes in. It's like,
mm-hmm.
damn. And I'm hearing your flow. I can't understand the words, but the flow, the horns, the guitar, the bass, everything is just
Energy you
vibes.
can't like.
Yeah.
That ain't got no language. They ain't got no
No,
language. You know what I'm saying?
music
And they
don't need
don't need none.
language.
They
Yeah.
don't need
Energy,
none.
energy, pure
Yep.
energy.
Yeah, that's why the most thing outside of everything, I don't go into the studio and try to say, let me make a Spanish song today, let me make a dance song today. No, I don't go in there. Like I said, I let it happen because
Yeah.
that's how I've always made music. I never made
Right.
music thinking like, with this direction, none of that. No, I feel like, yeah, it gets there, like after you start, like maybe we could make this type of song, but that's actually going with the flow at the same time too. You're laying it
Yes, of course.
direction.
Of course.
Like I feel like if you do it that way, you're gonna last longer for you as well. A
Yeah.
lot of times, I've made songs where they didn't mean nothing and they leave. I don't remember them. I don't even remember them. So You know, sometimes for the moment. So I tell artists as well, any young artist watching anybody watching record, just record. Don't fall in love with it, just record. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it might be your hit, but it might be the day that you just have to let them feelings go. You just have to let that go, you know what I'm saying? So just record the music, man, and hear back yourself and see like, okay, maybe and really and truly I feel like, doing that as well, uh we could figure like maybe this could touch somebody else. Maybe ain't for me. Like maybe in the theme song I want as an artist, but maybe it's necessary. So that's why I suggest record and express yourself. Don't limit yourself because you want to be a specific type of artist. Put out the specific type of music that you want to put out, but record. Light happen. Light happen.
Yeah.
You never know. You might be a country artist, I never know. You know what I'm saying? So,
True.
True,
yeah.
true. Wow.
Yeah. All right. So what is next for you? Before we get to the game, what is next for you? What's on the agenda?
But we got a couple of songs about to release soon. So again, exclusive, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do
Okay.
a little of a tougher thing. So you could imagine how close that about to be. You know what I'm saying? If we're doing a little of a tougher vibes. Um
Okay.
yeah, man, this year is the year to spread love, man. So we got a lot of performances out the country, same what we're looking at Bahamas, we're looking at, doing again, we forward in Toronto, we forward in. We got a
Yeah,
couple
when you
links
get
over
here,
there.
don't forget to hit us up.
Man, you know what time it is, man. We're gonna
Yeah,
move.
hit
We're
us
gonna
up.
make it happen. Like I said, in
That is it.
preparations to that, I'm saying definitely loop you in and do that. I'm saying a lot of traveling happening this year, God's speed. I'm saying just because
Nice.
last year we've been doing a lot of development, developing the sound, developing the brand that we want to push out. They just develop, all the things that we want to be proud of pushing forward. For this year,
Right.
and like I said, the music is gonna be crazy. We get songs them with some of your favorite artists them as well. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, leading up to it, we're gonna do another dissect that the same way, you know what I'm saying? We
Yes,
get some
yes.
um
Yes,
like I said,
definitely.
last year we were nominated for Latin Caribbean Artist of the Year. So we're looking forward to, be doing that there
Okay.
and getting some more nominations this year yeah, for certain things. So, that's
Right.
another thing as well. So, like I said, Bob, I really the website about to turn up, so we about to get out there up for everybody, about to see Kruziano on a whole nother
Yes.
whole nother level just because I've been doing a lot of things throughout the year that we didn't get to see, that we didn't get to do, and I think that platform that I gonna provide for everyone who's been attached to the movement and showing love, they're gonna get to go through that rabbit hole, and experience things, and and it's a lane for all the new stuff that about to forward scene. Like I said,
Right.
I
Okay.
don't expect me to be in a box this year. I'm going to make a lot of different type of music. Expect Kruziano to sing a Spanish song and an English song and then do a next one that have Spanglish on it because I'm not, like I
Spanglish.
said, I'm not, hey man, I'll tell you the truth. I ain't, I'm not on this rat race thing where I want to, be the most known or none of them things. That's my goal. Honestly, I
Mm.
just I want to create the best music I could create, man, and collaborate with artists around the world and just create movements them that feel magnetic, man. That
Right.
feel magnetic to create and spark a whole lot of fires,
Right.
around the place, So that's really and truly the goal, doing things like this, being on your platform. I just want to really, really, we ain't there yet, but really give our thanks because, like I said, you don't know who know you or who don't.
You're right.
So
True.
I mean, how you find me, but you did. You know what I'm saying? So and like you say, that just shows that you just gotta keep working. You never know who watching. You never know who
That's
will be
right.
looking. I want to provide an opportunity. So
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Sure.
grateful, like grateful.
True.
Yes.
All right.
It is
Joel.
that time.
Okay. Oh God. I've been the whole time I go focus. I just waiting on this. I should have never tell me.
So our game is called Quick Cuts,
Oh God.
and you seem like a quick thinker. So as soon as we say something, you're supposed to give a quick response. Okay?
Man said, hey, the man tell me 30 seconds. The man tell
30
me
seconds.
30.
Okay. That was
The
the
man
man
tell-
in the back.
Hey, all right. Me, the rules them switch up.
All right.
Let's go. Let's
Um,
Nurse.
go. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna start with a heavy one. What is the worst piece of advice you've ever been given?
The worst advice when I start to become an artist, they tell me don't try at all. Tell me don't do it at all. You know, it didn't make any sense. That was the worst advice I ever get. But that's a lie. That's the best advice I ever get. So that's a null answer, guys. Sorry. That was the
Yes,
best
yes.
advice they could have ever given me because that motivated me to be here. But
Right,
honestly,
because
if I take it
you don't ever hear no, right?
right, you know, so yeah.
All
Right.
right. What's the biggest risk you ever took?
Giving up everything I had and moving to the States or to go do music.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Everything. Everything.
All right. I want to hear your response to this one. Respect or loyalty?
I mean, you would have some respect if you're loyal, right? So, I mean, I'd say loyalty, you know, loyalty, a lot of things fall underneath that. You just, you know, if you're loyal to somebody, you won't disrespect them. You know, you're
Mhm.
gonna love them, you're gonna care for them. So I'd say loyalty, you know, above the respect. Because respect gonna fall regardless if you're loyal.
All right. Okay.
All right. This one, as an artist, is there a song you've heard before and said, "Man, I wish I wrote that song"?
Whoa, whoa, wow, um, wow. You know, honestly, the girl sang when I was younger, before I even turn an artist, before I ever turn an artist.
Hmm.
Mhm.
The girl sang, the girl sang called and I won't say like I wish like I was the artist, but yeah, they get this song called Cassava by PZ that my brother used to play. And me, you know, I just like I always felt like, man, I wish I grew up in his time, man, to sing that song. I wish I
Is
had
that
like I
right?
sing that song, man. Lead funny
Right.
thinker. Yeah, so that man, you know, he used to sing it. My brother used to play it all the time, and that been a song that used to be like, man, that used to make me think of being like an artist or a singer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, I'd said that. That's the closest thing.
Okay. Now I gotta go look that. What's it called?
PZ Cassava. You
PZ
know,
cassava.
yeah, PZ Cassava. Look for that song. Trust me, I don't play that song all the time. That's one of my go-tos.
PZ. All right. Um. Hmm. If you can pick your favorite genre of music, which genre would that be?
So like if I had to only listen to one or
Only
create
listen
one,
to it. Yeah.
listen to one and that's all I could ever listen
Um.
to
Let's
or
say
create,
create. Create.
create. Oh, you make it worse for me then. That one the first one are easy. The first one are easy. That one you know.
Hmm.
Me gonna lie to you, man, reggae, man. You gotta be reggae for sure. You
Reggae.
gotta be reggae just because, like, I think a lot of genres spawn from that as well. You know, if I say
Mm,
reggaeton, if I say dancehall, if I say, you know, all of it spawn from reggae. And, you know, like I said, I grew up on island music. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like I feel like reggae would have been that for me. Outside of like soca and calypso, you know, because you know that's the biggest thing here too outside of reggae and them stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, reggae to make.
Reggae.
I'll make reggae all day. I mean, I ain't a reggae artist, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I am. People know.
oh
Who
yeah,
don't know?
great.
Who don't know? I just chop off my locks, you know. Don't study them man, you know. I been, you know what I'm saying? You know, I want no dread, you know. I want no dread. I been a rast. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right.
All
And
right.
yeah, I'll definitely make reggae just because of the vibes and how diverse reggae is, you know, how you could, you know, just speed it up, slow it down, change up the topic, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you
Mhm.
could sing English, they get Spanish reggae as well, you know. So if I only could have pick a lane where I could have show off everything that I do in a sense outside of like the rapping and just that other side, vocally, definitely would be reggae. And I guess I feel like it allows for great songwriting as well, you know,
Right.
Okay.
exactly. So, yeah.
Nice. All right.
All right. That question?
One more question.
Oh, gosh. Oh,
This
gosh.
one could be it could be something you heard, it could be something you went through, it could be something you witnessed. The funniest moment.
My boy, my life is a movie, no father. The funniest every day is a funniest. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Um, I ain't gonna give y'all a specific time of like an event because why? The barber shop I used to walk to, the man Caribbean cuts.
Oh
I
yeah,
guarantee y'all, man. Every day, you
oh
know the barber shop.
for
You
sure.
can
Oh
Imagine.
imagine the
God, I could
conversations
imagine.
that we having in there every day. And I'm
Okay.
telling y'all, you know, they get
Yeah,
so many, things that happen in that barber shop, man. It's like, yo, from we going camping and we get man jumping in the water to catch a boat with a fishing line. You know what I'm saying? It's like so much things that happen in that barber shop, man. You know, like I said, man, I just think that them been some of the funniest times in my life, just being around them guys. And, you know, I just
yeah,
still go around them. And, you know, once I home, we vibes. And, you know, it's some of the funniest moments. I go said, like I said, but the funniest man I know, I going to tell you, look him up. Carlos Martinez, Caribbean Cuts Barber Shop. That's the funniest person I know. That's I going to say that.
yeah,
Times with that man there,
Carlos
you know what I'm saying?
Martinez.
Trust
yeah,
me. Yeah, funniest. That's what I know for a fact. So, yeah, man, like I said, walking in the barber shop been some of the funniest times in my life. I can't give you all a specific, 'cause there's so much, man, so
yeah,
many. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
yeah.
man, barber shop time, man. Oh gosh, man, I can't drink no water. It's bad. She might go run. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the man is comedian for real.
All right. Well,
But
thanks,
we are
thanks for
looking.
playing quick cuts.
The man, I grateful, man.
All right. So yeah, that is the time of the
Yes,
night.
time goes by so quickly.
So
Wow, sir.
fast.
But I've been here
Yeah,
another hour.
I
You
Yeah,
know,
know.
but
yeah, yeah.
we're gonna do it
But
again for sure. We're gonna do it again. You
I
know,
was
I love the
about
vibes and I got a
I
lot
was
of stuff moving forward. I love for you guys to be in on as well, you know what I'm saying? And we push it
nice.
together, you know. I definitely
Mhm.
appreciate your platform. For real,
Oh,
for real, for real.
we appreciate you
Yeah,
sitting with us
for
and just
sure.
vibing with us as well. You know what I mean? So, usually we invite the guests back, but I like the fact you put it out there already.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, definitely looking forward to that. If you want to take any time now to big up your team, big up your family, anybody's close around you, now is the time. Just go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah, man, look, man, it just look, big up y'all first, big up Dissect TV one time. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Everybody on the panel, man. Look, y'all make this year a vibe that, trust me, I want to repeat it for sure. So big up y'all first,
Back.
for allowing me to express myself and just be me. And y'all vibes, 'cause a lot of times you do let's say interview with somebody and it just feel kind of awkward. But this
Yeah,
have been
yeah,
good
yeah.
vibes. Feel like I know y'all for a long time. So give
Yeah.
thanks for that there.
Give
Like I
thanks.
said, man, anybody that don't know about me, my name is Kruziano, Kruziano, right here, St. Croix, US Virgin Islands. I am on every platform. Look for me on anything that you love to listen on music. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go and check it out. Like I said, go and look for everything Kruziano, because we get features out there. We just been nominated for Latin Caribbean Artists of the Year. So we representing what we representing fully and righteously. And like I said, man, just check out the vibes, them, and if you love it, just forward it, man. So
That's
big
it.
up.
All right.
Right.
There you have it, ladies and men.
Don't know.
Another nice show right
Cruziano.
here on TDN
Yes.
TV
Thank
and
you, thank you,
Dissect
thank
TV.
you.
The man Cruziano blessing us tonight with just vibes,
Yeah.
just pure
Pair
positive energy.
vibes.
Um, constant smile on the face. You know what?
Mhm.
I like about tonight was different from usual, like, well, not usual nights, but usually when we have a guest on and we laughing, like we'll sit here and be like, oh my god, our jaw hurts, or
Yeah.
we sit here and we say, oh, this is a nice show. It was edu. This show, it was just smiles.
Yeah.
Like his energy was so there
Yes.
and the information was
Yeah.
so there. It's like I was gonna ask questions. It's like he's already
He's already
answering
answering
them.
them.
You know what
Yep.
I mean? So it's just smiles and just love the vibes and love the energy. So big up
Yeah, yeah,
Quiziano.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, nice show, Jay.
Great. And thank God for FYP for your page. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a great show. It was a great show. Thanks,
Definitely.
Cruziano. And next week.
Next week
Next
we
week, I
do this
think it's
again.
yeah.
What's going on next week?
Next week I think it's us.
Yeah. And after that, we're supposed to have like yeah. So tune in next week. Same time, same place. TDN TV. That's on Facebook. That's on YouTube, Instagram, now on Twitch.
Twitch.
You know what I mean? We're twitching. And definitely Dissect TV on Instagram and also on YouTube. And yeah, thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe to the channels and please share the shows. And on Wednesday,
it's Minds in Motion, where we talk about real talk, real situations, and real strategies for you with me, Jewel.
all right,
So, yeah.
keep it locked into TDN. Matter of fact, just leave it on TDN. See you guys
Yeah.
next week.
Take care.
Deuces.
First to the Dissect team, because you guys make today possible.
Thank you.
Special shout out to everyone who's made the film possible. To everyone.
Or if you don't want to look at it like that, dissect all you really, I mean dissecting.
I like
The
what-
comments of people that saying things.
I don't even know how to respond to that, to be honest.
Could be the past when you were like,
Anytime.
Recorded a whole song with a newborn baby breastfeeding.
While performing, the cord drop out the mic.
This guy took his sock. His socks
Put
off.
it over the mic.
Put it over the mic.
Oh my.
You know you have to love yourself first.
I love to sing.
Just know how to dance.
Yeah.
And then the people who think the comments are bothering.
The meds I was on was about the lack of respect.
My brain don't work so fast when it comes to them riddle. Him say when him wake up a morning time, him a float.
That was the funniest thing ever happened to me.
You get
I'm grateful for the blessings that I have so far.
It's just a matter of, for example, Tingo Nice again.